Today, Anna Jesser is going to share with you the best practices for evaluating the publish ahead of print options. Anna, currently a product manager at Allen Press, has been here since 2000 working in a number of areas including online publishing and online peer review. I'm going to turn the presentation over to Anna now, so don't forget to use the chat box on the lower right of your screen to send in your questions. Select Post in the Send To drop-down box.
Hello. As Melanie mentioned, I'm Anna Jesser, a product manager at Allen Press, and today I'll be presenting the topic Best Practices for Publish Ahead of Print. Some of you may know me, and as always, I welcome you to ask questions and promise to answer them at the end of the webinar. I'd like to start the presentation today with an audience poll. You'll see coming up here on your screen the poll, and please answer the poll, which asks, does your organization currently use some form of preprints to post articles online in advance of final publication? Our options are yes, for at least one publication, no, but we may in the near future, or no, and we currently do not plan to do so. We've given everyone 1 minute to answer, and we will publish the results here momentarily. As we're coming to an end here, all right, let's go ahead. We've published those, and now you can see the answer. So for our attendees today, yes, for at least one publication was the answer for 46% of attendees to if you use some form of preprints at this time. No, but we may in the future was 29% of our attendees. And no, but we currently do not plan to do so was 7%. Thanks to all of you who did answer in the poll. Many different terms are used to refer to preprints. All of them refer to an article that is published online as soon as it reaches a publication-defined stage. I strongly recommend using one term across your entire organization whenever possible. Preprints, issue in progress, e-prints, early online release, ahead of print, advanced dispatch, and ahead of publication are some commonly used terms. Rather than having multiple publications in your organization, use variations on this theme. To avoid confusion, again, I strongly recommend using one term across your entire organization. In addition to just calling preprints one specific name, I also want to talk just briefly about DOIs, or Digital Object Identifiers. DOIs are unique strings of letters and numbers, they're alphanumeric, used to identify materials published online. They are assigned to individual articles. Assigning a DOI to all preprint articles is a best practice that ensures users can find the preprint and the final published version of the article. So why publish preprints? There are numerous reasons people want to publish online as soon as possible. In high school science class, you may have learned Hooke's law, the law of physics, which relates a spring's length to how hard you pull on it. When Robert Hooke discovered his law in 1676, he published it as an anagram, which he of course revealed 2 years later. This ensured that if someone else made the same discovery, Hooke could reveal the anagram and claim priority, thus buying time in which he alone could build on the discovery. A very important reason some publications publish preprints is time-sensitive material. Other reasons you may wish to use preprints include typesetting, editing, or print, bind, and mail timelines, or even having a severe print backlog. Authors who have to wait years to publish in today's digital world are likely to be commenting on the situation in blogs and emails seen by others in your field, and this could severely affect your submission rates. When your publication chooses to post preprints, determining where in the publication process to publish a preprint version of an article is a very important decision. Publications need to choose one time during the process to post a preprint, as having multiple versions of preprints may result in confusion of authors, readers, and publication staff. The quality of the preprint or the article itself increases as time increases. Some publications find the timeline to posting to be the largest concern. Other publications prefer to post farther down the publication pipeline, so publication style and editing have been more fully embraced. Now I'd like to discuss some common times in an article life cycle when preprints are typically posted. The first stage when preprints are typically posted by a publication is at the accepted manuscript stage. At Allen Press, we call posting preprints at this stage advanced dispatch, as the article comes directly from an online peer review system and is posted via automation to the online publishing website. This is the fastest possible method of posting a preprint for most publications. In terms of the quality of the article, the manuscript has already been peer-reviewed, which is an important step for many scientific, technical, and medical journals. However, it has not typically been assigned to a volume and issue, a step often reserved for later during the typesetting process. Also, final page numbers have not been assigned, as this happens also during the typesetting process. The PDF of the article, which is posted, or a preprint posted at the accepted manuscript stage, is created by the peer review system from the files uploaded by the author at submission. No style formatting or figure editing have typically been done by this point in the process. Before choosing this method for your publication, you need to already use an online manuscript submission and peer review. an online manuscript submission and peer review system. You would also want to be sure your online peer review system provider already has a method to export and deliver article information to your online publishing platform. A second stage when preprints are typically posted by a publication is the edited manuscript stage. Because the editing is done by publication staff, the timeline is often affected or even determined by the editing staff workload. Regarding the quality of the article posted at the edited manuscript stage, the manuscript has already been through the peer review process. However, as with the previous method, it has not typically been assigned to a specific volume and issue. Also, final page numbers have not typically been assigned at this step, as again, this happens during the typesetting process. The manuscript, however, has generally been copy edited, and this can be very important to some publications. The PDF of the article for a preprint posted at this stage is often created by the editorial staff, and this means manual intervention is typically required. In addition, something to keep in mind is that if you edit the title of the manuscript or correct a misspelling in the author's name or affiliation in the file, you may need to go back and also make that change in the version of the article which still remains in the submission and peer review database. The submission and peer review database itself, containing all kinds of author contact information, may also need to be updated. The next stage where preprints are typically posted is the first time out typeset article. This stage is the equivalent of the first set of proofs seen by the editorial office after the article is initially typeset. Regarding the quality of the preprint at this time, the article has generally already been peer-reviewed, copy-edited, typeset, and proofread. The article may or may not be assigned to a volume and issue, depending on the typesetting workflow process used to create the table of contents for a publication. Some publications limit the number of articles of each manuscript type which are published in each issue, and may have a reserve of articles on hand when the time comes to create an issue. The article may not be assigned final page numbers, and often during the revision process, page numbers change. The PDF of the article posted as a preprint at this stage is created by the typesetting software, meaning style typically aligns with the final versions of the article. However, the article may contain typical first-time out items in the PDF file, such as author queries. The final stage I'm going to talk about today, when preprints are typically posted, is the finished article stage. At Allen Press, we call preprints posted at this stage issue in progress. Regarding the quality of the file, the article has generally already been peer-reviewed, copy-edited, typeset, and proofread. The article has also been assigned volume and issue and final page numbers. It has also been through the revision process as necessary, and of course often the revision process is affected greatly by the author revision. Since this is the final version of the article, it is considered a preprint simply because it is posted online as soon as it is complete, instead of waiting for the remaining articles in the issue to be completed. Alternatively, some publications post entire issues as they are finished, even if the printed version of the issue is still months or even years away from mailing. At this time, I'd like to do a second audience poll here. This time you can see the question that we're asking is, if your organization does currently provide preprints, do you use one of the 4 models we just discussed? And we list all 4 of them as options. So yes, we use the accepted manuscript model, or yes, we use the edited manuscript model. Yes, we use the first time out or first time revisions model. And yes, we use the final manuscript prior to print are our options, in addition to, of course, no some other form. Again, we've given everyone a minute to answer here, and we will be posting the results of this poll here shortly. All right, so we're done, and you can see now of the attendees who answered, 21% said yes, we use the accepted manuscript time. 5% said yes, we post the edited manuscript. 2% said we do the first revisions or first time out file. And 34% of those who responded of our attendees say the final manuscript prior to print. All right. Thanks very much again. To ensure your staff and authors will be happy with your preprint process, make it as easy as possible. Determine what you need to do to post a preprint, and then work towards what is as easy as possible for your staff, including any backup staff who may get pulled in from time to time. You also want to make sure the vendors you will be working with can provide and work with you while still maintaining the level of quality you require for the preprint. Streamlining a process at the beginning means fewer headaches down the road. Be sure to automate processes whenever possible. Don't make users search too hard to find a preprint, or they will start avoiding you. Make sure they can easily differentiate one preprint from another by listing publication date, title, and author information on the screen where preprints will be listed on your website. Make sure your content, including preprints, can be found with tools people are already using to look for it, even if they've never heard of you before. I don't think it can be overlooked that Google ran a multiple-day, multiple-image campaign when Sesame Street turned 40 recently. The people watching Sesame Street today will be searching and even publishing papers soon. And don't forget that Google, like Sesame Street, is an international force. Authors, readers, and editors might be anywhere in the world when they want to access an article or a preprint.